What's going on, moviegoers? If you're new to the channel, my name is Christian. Welcome to Serial Productions. You guys, today was the official season finale from Miss Marvel. You guys, how exciting. I cannot wait to dive deep and talk about what we all experienced post-credit scene and at the end of this episode. It's just a bunch of excitement to really look forward to in the MCU, you guys. I cannot wait. But ultimately, I really enjoyed Miss Marvel. I thought it was a really great time. It was a family, friend, fun adventure story about Kamala Khan and her family heritage and stuff like that. I really embraced it. It was a lot of fun, and I cannot wait to see her continue on in the Marvels, you guys, set for next year. How exciting. Maybe we might see our first trailer at next week's Comic-Con. That could be a possibility. But let's talk about the bread and butter. What happened in this episode, you guys? What happened? Well, her best friend was doing a little bit more, research on her blood and her powers set, right? And turns out, he was like, yo, you got a mutation, girl. Mutation. Kamala Khan is the first mutant to be recognized in the Marvel Cinematic Universe for now. I say for now, because how are you going to explain Namor in Black Panther Wakanda Forever and the world of Atlantis and where they've been up to this entire time? So I do think that Namor will be introduced possibly as the first mutant in the MCU. But that's for Black Panther Wakanda Forever. Now, some of you say, well, no. Well, what about Doctor Strange and Multiverse of Madness? You had Professor X. That was in a different MCU timeline. That wasn't the main 616 timeline. So let me debunk that. So as of right now, Miss Marvel would be the first mutant. And let me tell you guys, when he said mutated and they played that X-Men 90s animated theme, I lost my shit. I was so excited. I was like, they did it again. This is twice. They did it first time in Doctor Strange and Multiverse of Madness when Professor X shows up along with the Illuminati and he's rolling out in his hovering yellow chair. And maybe we should tell him the truth. I was like, orgasm. It was so freaking awesome, you guys. I lost my mind. Kevin Feige and Marvel Studios, they know how pivotal and how important that series is. That's why they're continuing with X-Men 97. It is so important. And best believe when they come out and do that first X-Men movie, that theme song is going to be attached to it. Guaranteed. There's no reason they just use it throughout, certain shows and movies and not really implying something's going to happen, you guys. But that's so exciting. I mean, to have Miss Marvel really evade from being an inhuman, right? A lot of people say, man, Kevin Feige really hates the Inhuman stuff, That's why he killed off Black Bolt just like that in Doctor Strange and Multiverse of Madness. And they're really changing it because at the end of the day, they have to kind of fit the narrative of how to make everything cohesive and work. And they're still trying to be like, okay, well, how can we incorporate mutants? How can this really work? And how they're going to do it with other universes, like with Deadpool and all that stuff that's already established to have mutants in that universe. So I'm really curious to see what's going to happen. But I do think that with, the incursions and stuff like that, that's when things are going to collide and really make all as one. I really, really do believe. And I'm really curious to know who else out there is a mutant. Who else out there is a mutant, you guys? How exciting. I just can't wait to see my beloved X-Men. I'm really pumped to see Iceman. No, not Iceman. Snowman. I want to see Snowman. I want to see Jean. I want to see Storm, possibly in Black Panther Wakanda Forever. I want to see Beast, Cyclops, you name it. Hold off on Wolverine right now. Just hold off on him. He's been a very important character in the X-Men movies for the last 20-something years. Hold off on him right now. Let's introduce the small group of X-Men and then potentially introduce Wolverine. That's how I would go about it, you guys. But I'm really pumped, you guys. I cannot wait for X-Men and mutants in the MCU. It's so exciting. And then diving deep into the post-credit scene of Miss Marvel, you guys, we had Captain Marvel show up, right? But a lot of people were like, well, did they switch places? Is Captain Marvel now, in Kamala's apartment? Or is she in her house? I didn't really understand that. Like, if it was a shape-shifting, which it's been done before in the Miss Marvel comics, where, Miss Marvel shapeshifts into Captain Marvel, but I don't know what happened at the end of this. Am I crazy, you guys? Like, was that actually Captain Marvel? Because if it wasn't actually Captain Marvel, why would she pick up the sign of, the back of the door that broke off that had her face on it and look around and be like, oh, no. Why would she be surprised? Like, oh, look, where am I? If it was, Miss Marvel, wouldn't she just be like, holy shit, I'm Captain Marvel? And this Captain Marvel had a whole new look to her. You know, she had the short sleeve costume. I'm really excited. I'm really pumped to see the Marvels, you guys. I think it was ultimately a great decision to add in Monica Rambeau, Spectrum, Miss Marvel, to have all three of them in this film. I think it was a great idea because I wasn't the biggest fan of Captain Marvel. I just wasn't, you guys. And I apologize. But I'm really pumped, you guys. I cannot wait to see the future of Miss Marvel. What a delight. What a great introduction into the MCU. Good stuff, you guys. But post your comments down below. Let me know what you guys think about the whole mutated gene and, you know, Captain Marvel showing up at the end of this series. Thoughts and opinions, you guys. What do you think of them about switching up the Inhumans backstory with Miss Marvel? Do you like it? Do you think it's distasteful? Please post your comments down below. Let me know what you guys think. Peace.